Hello everyone, welcome to day 341 of playing chess every day for you. Let's find the game. Starting with the white pieces here, I'll play e4. If they don't want to play, let's just find someone else. We get the white pieces again, I'll go for e4 again. They play e5, so I'll play knight to f3. They play knight c6, so bishop c4. They develop like this, so I'll play d3. If the bishop comes out, I can play c3, because then I'll have d4 after. They go ahead and play d5, which I haven't seen in a while. So I'll take, and if they take, I can just castle. Instead, they go ahead and hit my bishop. I haven't seen that before. This is hanging, but if I take, they can pin my knight to my king, and then just go ahead and take her. I could also try and push, maybe, because then if they take... No, they just lose a piece. I'll go back to b3. If they want to take here, that's fine. At least I can open up my rook here. If they recapture, I just go ahead and castle. If they don't recapture, then I can play c4 and hold on to the pawn. They do recapture now. c4 looks really natural here. After c4, maybe they go to b4. So I think I'll just stick to the plan of the opening and castle here. Bring my rook to e1. I can try and trade the knight off. They develop the bishop, holding on to the pawn. Although they can't really hold on to it after rook e1, because if I push and I just take, that's an okay move. I do have this. I think here I should probably try to trade the knight off, because then I can fix my structure here and try to push. I think this move's completely fine. If they take, I just take. I have 3 pawns next to each other. This rook move looks good, because then I can play d4 and win this pawn. They go ahead and take. So I'll just recapture. I'll play rook e1 and then try to push. d4 still looks like a good move. If they play rook over, then I can't play d4 then, because they kick me away. I could activate my bishop. They'd have to move their queen. They actually choose to push. The light squares around the king are weak now, over here, but I can't do very much about that. Here I can still push, because they take, I just recapture and fix my structure. They can't really push through it. And if not, then at least I can completely open up their king, which is good for me. If they just get behind the pawn, that's probably the best move. They can't really push. They can bring a rook over and try to trade. If they take, it helps my structure a lot. They go ahead and pin my knight. Now takes, I would be threatening, well, takes, I would be threatening a fork, but the bishop takes, and takes. Then I do have a check. No, I don't have a check because the queen's in the way. I think I just kick the bishop away here. If they want to push, if push, I can just take, and that's completely fine. e4 looks strong for them, but I can always take if they play e4, so I didn't really see the idea there. I think I can unpin my queen with queen d3 and then try to just take, because then I'd be attacking the pawn. And if the bishop leaves now, then I'm actually just attacking them over here. If the bishop goes to h5, I can probably kick it away and then try and take. Yeah, this does look dangerous for me, but I actually don't want to keep myself pinned here, so I'll go ahead and force the bishop away and then take here in the center. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and take. They take. I can take here with a tempo on the bishop. And also, if they recapture here, yeah, if they capture like this, I have a check. Then they block. Yeah, so my check doesn't do anything, because they just block with the bishop. I can take like this, and if they take, then I take the queen and win the piece. Or win material at least. My king is opened up a lot, but now if I take here, they could probably try to pin me. But then I have checks, so they can't really go for that. And if the bishop takes, obviously, if the bishop takes, I can take the bishop and I just win the pawn. If not, I can take this bishop and their king is completely weak. I've opened up my king a lot here. Very aggressive, but I think I should be able to have a nice position here. If they move the bishop, that stops me from having any checks. And then they're threatening this. But I think I could just defend myself. Maybe the move they have here is Queen h4, just threatening a mate. They actually go for the bishop move that I said they should go for. Now if I take, they take. The queens see each other. If I go here, defending myself, that's kind of a crazy move from them. Not crazy, it makes a lot of sense, trying to fork me and win material. If I take here, they could weaken their own king a lot. Bishop e3 looks very natural. And then what's their threat? My knight's in the middle of the board. Maybe they queen trade, but if they do, that just helps me. I think this move just looks completely fine. If they queen trade, that's fine. If they pin me here, then I just take the bishop. So yeah, this bishop move, I don't see how they punish me for it. Rook over, then I just take, and I'm fine. So I don't see the issue with this. Takes, rook takes. The queens can still see each other. I guess I'm threatening to open up their king even more. I'm attacking the bishop. I guess if we queen trade, they can win the pawn here. But then I activate my own rook on the 7th rank. They go ahead and take. Now I'm wondering what my best move is. I can't take here because then they take here. I can take this bishop with a pawn or with my rook. I think it's much better to take with the rook and keep this structure of 3 pawns. Then if they pin me, well, then I just take. I've removed the dark squared bishop. If they take my queen in a trade, they can win this, but then like I said, I activate my own rook. The queen comes in trying to mate me, but I can literally just play this move. And I nearly have a checkmate here, so check. Let's see. Check. If the bishop blocks, well then I just take with the knight and go back. And check if the rook blocks, well then same thing, I just take. And check if the king moves. I don't have a knight sacrifice, but I do have this very nice move, knight takes bishop. I open up their king completely and I can even force a queen trade almost. So I'll go for the queen check here. If they just step away, then I take the bishop. It's a check. If the king moves, I get this almost perfect fork. I wish I had a queen sacrifice in this position. King to the corner. I could play queen g8, but then the king could take. It's not really possible right now. Let's see what they play. Bishop blocks is probably the best move, and then I just take. And if they recapture, I just go back to g2. And I think everything's fine here. At the very least, I'm removing the bishop, so I protect this. Yeah, they just block. I think I just take the bishop with my queen. With my knight, obviously. Rook takes, they're still attacking this. I have queen g2. I do see I have a check here, but then the rook just takes. This is pinned to the king actually, so I can't move. So they can't take anything here. Wow, actually, this is very dangerous for them. This is pinned to the king, it can't move. They would be threatening still to take though, which is a problem. Maybe I could push, even f4. But I think queen back is the best move. This is pinned. If takes, the king takes, and there's nothing there for me. If check the rook takes, there's no mate. I'm protecting this once. I could go here, and the rook can't take, and then I'm attacking the rook. I think rook f3 looks very strong here. Yeah, just rook f3, I think. This is pinned to the king, so obviously I can't take, and now I'm attacking the rook. The queen probably has to go back. But then I just trade down. That's a nice move, blocking, and now takes. The rook takes. I have a check if the rook blocks. I repeat moves maybe. And they are still pinned, so they still can't take. So what do I do here? Maybe I play rook d1 and try to take and mate them somehow. It takes, the rook has to take, and then check, and they just block. And I can win some pawns, but this could be... Okay, what do I do here? Let me see. Takes, the rook has to take, I have a check, the rook goes back, I have this. But then we just repeat moves, and maybe I could win material, but I could obviously win these pawns. Obviously I could still just take here and try to come in. I think taking on a7 here might actually be a good move. Their queen's completely like locked away from the game right now. Let's go ahead and take. They can't take, it's still pinned to the king. Maybe I have just rook a8, because if they took, I'd take here and mate them. Rook a8, very nice move. Maybe I just ignore these pawns and just play rook a8 now. I then see how they defend themselves, maybe by rook over, but then I take. They find the best move, I was about to say. Now this check does look dangerous for me. They are still pinned here. Takes, if queen takes, we just... Well, then I win. Takes, if rook takes, I have a check. Obviously, I just simplify here, I think. Rook takes, if queen takes, I'm doing very well. Yeah, I think I just take here. Simplify. If rook takes, I check. And they actually can't move the rook, because it's still pinned. If queen takes, we just simplify and I pick up these pawns, and I'm doing very well. And if rook takes, it's pinned to the king, so I can give a rook check, and they have to give up their queen. I mean, it's not a check, so they could give me a check on e1, but then I move my king and there's nothing there for them. Queen takes, so takes, I take. Could give a check and force a rook trade. So let's see, let's calculate. If I check them and force a rook trade, their king is on f8. Yeah, and they can come in and protect themselves. I'd rather actually pick up a pawn here and pin this to the rook. Maybe start pushing. I could also activate my own king. Yeah, I think this is winning for me if I just stay on this side of the board and try to push here. This rook move doesn't actually threaten any check or anything right now. And I can also activate my king. I think I just push again. If I push though, the king comes here. And I have to escape on the a file. But that's fine. They come to the center to attack me. That's very annoying, but it's defendable right now. The rook comes behind trying to win these. But I can't defend myself by going rook. And now here I'm just attacking this. So here if they can't push, and here if they attack my rook, I just take and pick up these pawns. Okay, that's no good move because of rook takes. And I'm just winning these pawns. I mean, I just push here. I can also move my king out of check and just block here with f3. But I think pushing is the best move. If they take, I just move my king upwards. They can check me, but I just step here and I promote. And actually, I kind of blundered here by making a queen. I had to just bring my king up, but I still have some pawns. Let's see if I can just push through. Obviously a rook trade would just win me the game. Their king is paralyzed right now. I failed that I play that, I just go here. If they check me, I go up. I mean, their king is just completely lost outside of the game here. They can't cross this line, so I just go king up. If they check me, I block. And I can promote. Check block. Check block. They can actually come here. I am also threatening a check now. But then they actually just move and it's not so simple. I do have a check here though, which I think is completely winning. After king up. That looks so completely winning. Okay, but now I play rook, king up, and yeah, just try to promote. And check does not work because they take, but I can pin them. And obviously takes, king in, might actually be winning actually. So let's just waste the tempo. They will have to make a move. This doesn't work because takes, the king comes in. Maybe I step back. Because if check I just block obviously and that would be completely winning for me. Yeah, check I just block. If the king tries to come in, I just take. And then whichever way they move after I push, I think I can find a way to promote. Or I could also move out of the way. It's a possibility. If I block takes, I win. And if the king comes over, then I take, check. And I can definitely find a way to promote. There's no way I draw this, so here, yeah, fine. If they take, well then I win. If king over, I can probably push. Yeah, because whichever way they move, I can take space. Okay, that can't be good though, because I just go here. There's also check. The king has to move. No. I think I go check, and if the king steps here, I just go here. Check. I just go here, and I don't see how they win. King d8 is the only legal move. Then I go here. Yeah. I mean, takes, check, I win. And they resign, and we get a fantastic win here. Let's have a look at this game. I played with a 91.3, and they played on 83.8. I played like a 1950 here. And I had one miss here, but no mistakes or blunders, which is the most important thing. Let's look at this. That's not a good move if I just give a check. Well, will I ever give a check and they block? And takes. And what do I have? Maybe takes? No. Just bishop back. And I'm safe. That's not what happens though. What happened was we got this position and it was actually a miss for me to... I'm still winning, but it was a miss for me to not give a check. Because I had just stopped their king from being able to castle. And I can win this. That's actually a big mistake from them, very early. At least I opened up my rook here. I should have taken the free pawn actually. I was really scared of a pin, but I can always push. And then castle after. I just castle first. This knight trade is not good at all. From my point of view. But it's okay, I play rook, e1. I push d4. They pin me, I kick the bishop. g4 is an okay move, but I then take after I play g4. And actually a queen check was the best move here. if they blocked. So what happens if queen check and they block? Then I can win a pawn, win some material, and in this long line, well, this is a really long line, I'd end up winning one pawn. So I wouldn't have found that line. Instead we play like this. I take with the rook. The queen comes in, and that's a big mistake because it allows me a check. But the best move was actually rook e2. Queen e2 protecting everything. Instead I give a check and they block, which is not the best move. The best move was king to the corner. They think for bet and block with the bishop, which is really wrong because I take. And now their rook's pinned to their king and I have rook f3. Which is a great move because they can't take because of the pin. And then I'm attacking the rook in one move. All in one move, I'm protecting my king and attacking theirs. I'm completely winning here actually. And that's an even worse move from them. Right here's an even worse move from them because I just take a pawn on a7 and I find the best move, which is taking the rook and just trading down. And in this endgame I'm completely winning the entire time. They actually can't stop me from winning this. There's nothing they can do. It's completely winning. This was a bit of a blunder, but I'm still completely winning, so it's fine. I just push. King back's the best move here. I'm happy I found that. I'm still completely winning. Rook check is not the best because of blocks, and then check just wins the game here. And I can promote and win the game. I'm very happy with this game. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.